Alright, so today we're going to talk about the important things that you need to know heading into the release of Multiversus. The game is a lot different compared to the open beta, and so I decided to make a list of all the things that you need to know so that you can hit the ground running when you start playing this game on day 1. But before we talk about my list, I wanna first talk about the exact release time for Multiversus so that you can start playing the game the second the servers go live. So the game is going to be released on May 28, which is on Tuesday, and you're gonna be able to download the game at exactly 4 in the morning PDT. Keep in mind that this is only going to be for the console version, and the PC version, which you can get on Epic or Steam, is not going to be available until 6 hours later, which is 10 AM PDT. But regardless, if you want to play this game as soon as possible, definitely make sure that you convert those times into your specific time zone so that you can start playing the game as soon as the servers open. Moving on, one of the things that you need to know is that everyone can actually get a premium battle pass for free regardless of whether you played back in the beta or not. The only difference is that if you play the open beta version, you're going to get a premium battle pass the moment you start playing the game. On the other hand, if you have never played Multiversus before, you can still obtain the premium battle pass without spending any money, but you do have to grind a little bit more. Because in the latest version, everyone can actually earn Gleamium, which is the premium currency in this game, and all you have to do is to simply level up your characters. Back in the open beta, we had something called Character Mastery, which is basically going to reward you for playing a character many times. But back then, it only gave us a few hundred gold, character emojis, and as well as different perks for that specific character. But with the new system that we're getting, you're actually gonna be able to get 150 Gleamium for every single character that you get to level 15. And that means that you only need to get 7 characters to level 15 so that you can always afford the premium battle pass, assuming that you're completing the whole thing every season. And I say always because you can actually get enough Gleamium from the battle pass itself to at least get the amount that you spent, if not earning a little bit more. On the day of release, there is also going to be an event which is going to have a player banner that you can get for free, along with the summer skin for Garnet and as well as 100 Gleamium for free. So if you participate in this event, which I highly recommend, then you're only going to need 6 level 15 characters to be able to get the premium battle pass as a free-to-play player. This event is going to be running from May 28 until June 5, so definitely make sure that you're going to be watching your favorite Multiversus streamer on Twitch so that you don't miss out on these exclusive rewards. Another big change that you need to know is about the new currencies in Multiversus. Because back then, we only used gold for the majority of the things in the game, but now they actually got rid of gold and replaced it with different currencies that are going to have different uses. The first one is going to be a currency specifically for unlocking perks, and then we also have another one specifically for unlocking characters. These two currencies are going to be obtainable from events, the brand new Rift mode. You can also get this from the battle pass, and also by increasing your account mastery, and as well as your character specific levels. The other currency that we have is going to be prestige. You can get this by obtaining different cosmetics in the game, and you're actually gonna be able to spend this on exclusive prestige cosmetics. We actually haven't seen any information about which ones are going to be prestige cosmetics, but simply looking at this name, I would say that there's probably going to be some sort of shop that has character specific cosmetics that you can only purchase after you get a character to a certain level. If that is going to be the case, then this is going to be a really cool way to show off your character mastery, so I'm really looking forward to the cosmetics that we can get from this. The next changes that we're going to talk about are gonna be for general gameplay and as well as important character changes that you're going to notice regardless of which character you're using. We have seen a bunch of videos going around because there was an early access version given out to select content creators and pro players, so that means that we can really get a good idea of how different the game is going to be compared to the open beta. The first and probably the most obvious one is going to be the character size and speed. The characters in Multiversus are now bigger and they also move a lot slower compared to the open beta, so this is going to change how Multiversus is played. And because the characters are a lot bigger, you're going to notice that dodging is going to cover a smaller distance, and you might also feel like the stage is noticeably smaller than before. The speed change is not really noticeable for some characters, specifically for the ones that have been very slow since the open beta. So the characters like Iron Giant, Rain Dog, and Garnet. The ones that are going to take the most hit are the assassins and brawlers who actually rely on having insane mobility options. You're looking at characters like Finn, Harley, and Wonder Woman. A lot of their moves are now going to be very punishable, not only because of the slower pace in the gameplay, but also because of the new parry mechanic. You definitely have to be more tactical in your approach when you're using these characters, so it's going to be quite a learning curve figuring out the game plan for different matchups. Another big change related to perks is that they're actually adding, reworking, and getting rid of some perks in the game. I do think that removing some perks actually makes sense, and so even if I'm a big fan of, let's say, triple jump, it still makes sense for them to get rid of it because it's really strong. And another change to the gameplay is that 1v1 matches are now going to have 3 stocks by default. I really like this change because it gives players more time to really think about their counter strats mid-game, and as someone who used to watch a lot of high-level gameplay in tournaments and stuff, they actually run their matches in 3 stocks instead of 2. And to me, it actually makes sense for the same reason I said before, so I'm really happy to see this being the default in Multiversus. With that being said, that is pretty much everything I have for this video. There's a lot more changes to Multiversus, but I only wanted to mention the biggest ones that you need to know so that you can hit the ground running when you start to play this game on day 1. And as always, if you found this video useful, definitely make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.